everyone. My name is Laila, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm from North Birmingham Academy. The title of my speech today is The Disciplines of Childhood. It's something that I'm very passionate about, which is why I'm here to discuss it today. When I look at this picture, it emits everything that childhood is supposed to be. Childhood is supposed to be happiness, it's supposed to be optimism, it's supposed to be hope, and it's supposed to be a carefree mentality. Now, when I was given the stimulus, taking flight, I was a bit caught off guard. What does taking flight even mean? It's a bit of an odd way to start off with something. Then I realized, the more that I researched, that in order to understand what taking flight means, we have to look inside who we are and what inspires us as individuals. Now, personally to me, taking flight means when you're a child, you believe that you can conquer anything on this planet. No mister, no missus is going to tell you, no, you can't do it. You can do it when you put your heart and your soul into it. Now, I have a younger sister. She's now 14. When she was a toddler, she took this ethos so literally. So much so, she used to climb on top of the fridge, scream, "I'm on top of the world," and then jump off face front all the time. My absolute inspiration she is. But stories like that show to me what childhood is supposed to be. We all have that unique passion to conquer anything on this planet. It doesn't matter whether you want to be the next princess of Candyland or the next greatest firefighter, or in my case, the next John Cena. Absolutely love him. You can do anything that you want, anything on this planet. Unfortunately, I understand that I'm from a privileged background, and not everyone does experience this. Some children on this planet, they have their lives taken off them, their innocence removed from them, and then they can't take flight to the futures that they want to go to. Which brings me to the topic of my speech today, FGM, which stands for female genital mutilation. This occurs to girls from 0 to 15 years of age, and it involves things such as burning, scarring, or even cutting on the female genitalia. Now, as you can see, 133 million girls today in 29 countries in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia have undergone this procedure. And not only does it remove the innocence of childhood, it also removes the opportunities that you're provided with in adulthood, such as a great sexual health or even a functioning reproductive system. Things like this show me that we need to take a stand today to help our girls in our future. Now, as you can see, this obviously highlights that the innocence of children has been taken away through these tools that they'd use to perform female genital mutilation on the girls. Here, I have a map showing the African countries in which female genital mutilation takes place. We have places like Somalia, Kenya, Nigeria, and Chad. Now, if you look further down towards the bottom, I can see my own country, Zimbabwe, in which it says female genital mutilation it's not widely practiced. But I'm here to tell you that not widely practiced is not good enough for me. I want no child on this whole planet to ever have to experience such a traumatic thing. Also, here, as you can see, these are predominantly Muslim countries. Now, another thing that bothers me about FGM is a lot of people label it and attach it to a religion. FGM does not belong to religion. Terrorism does not belong to a religion, much like racism or anything negative that you can think of. This is merely a cultural concept. It's been taken out of hand, and today we can take a stand against it. So in the UK alone, 1,037 girls have gone under FGM. So a statistic to me when I saw it actually took me aback. If you take a moment to think about it, this could be your mother, your sister, your neighbor, or even your auntie. Now, when I told people today I'm going to be talking about FGM, people were a bit taken aback. They were like, "Oh, Laila, that's a bit random." But the inspiration behind FGM has come from my mother, who is a great A&E nurse. If you can think of the most shocking thing, she's probably treated it with her eyes closed. She's absolutely fantastic. But from her own experience, she's actually said that nothing has ever affected her more or been more heartbreaking than seeing a 14-year-old girl cry when she merely touches her arm to observe her. Stories like that actually inspire me to stand here today and are the reason why I want to help the girls that are being silenced and are having their innocence removed from them. So how do we combat such a phenomena without insulting or belittling other cultures and other traditions? Well, first of all, we recognizing the symptoms of girls that have gone under FGM or are potential victims towards it is a key part in the movement. Symptoms of girls that have already gone under FGM include difficulty walking or sitting or even running or even standing. Symptoms of girls that are potential threats to female genital mutilation involve sudden absences from school, abrupt holidays in which they're preparing to become a woman or preparing for a marriage ceremony. Second of all, conversation. Conversation is so key in my life. If you ask any of my teachers, any of my friends, I love to talk, like, a lot. I believe that when we talk about taboo subjects that no one wants to talk about, and we take a sincere and humble approach, we solve the problems in our universe. But this only happens when we step out of our comfort zone and talk to people that are not like us, some people that aren't from the same religion, same race, same background in terms of economics. So how does this relate to taking flight? Well, much like the functions of a plane, each and every single individual in society has their role to play. Some of us are pilots, some of us are co-pilots, some of us are engines and others are gears. But when we come together, we form something beautiful, a plane in which helps our young girls today in order to reach the futures that they want to accomplish. Some of them want to be doctors, and we can be the ones to help that. So as young people, what can we do? Why are we the ones that have to solve this problem together? Well, as young people, we are the innovators, the inspirers, and the creators of tomorrow. I believe that as a community, when we come together, when we must honor each other, walking hand in hand with our wings interlocked in order to provide a light for our girls in the future, in order for them to become better people, and not just for them, but for us too. Because when we put our hearts and minds into it, and we become the plane that our society needs, I believe our society will emit prosperity, dignity, rule of law, justice, peace, hope, freedom, equality, and trust. Thank you guys for listening. I'm Laila.
What an incredible talk. You star. Laila, just the bravery in tackling a subject, as I said, that is quite a difficult one. We were talking backstage, and you know, when I said to you, how long have you known about this? And you said a couple of months, I had this little pang of guilt. So I just thought, well, yeah, I've known about it longer, and I haven't done anything. What is it that inspired you from hearing this, from hearing stories from your mum, to say, actually, no, we need to do something about this? What made you change your kind of passion into action?
Well, in terms of when I had to look at myself first, I've been fortunate enough to have such great teachers, such a great parents, and they've shown me that if you see something wrong, you have to take a stand towards it. It doesn't matter how little, it doesn't matter your age, wherever you come from, those factors don't matter. When you start to talk about things, when you want to take action, that's when change begins. So I've been inspired by the people around me.
Do you know one thing I thought of when I was listening to you is that revolutions never start at the top. They start with one caring person, just you. They start with you. And I think that's what you've started today. But there is one, you talk about your teachers and adults, but there is one special teacher we were talking about before who I said to Laila, who inspires you? Yeah. And what did you say? What's your answer?
I said Miss Blake. She's in the crowd today.
Miss Blake, where are you? Give it up for Miss Blake. Woo!
She's such an amazing teacher.
There she is. Trying to get smaller and smaller.
No.
We'll have you tap dancing, Miss Blake. So what is it about Miss Blake that inspires you?
She's such an incredible woman. I've only known her since September, really. Some days I'll come into school and I'm like, Miss, I don't want to do it. I hate sociology. I can't do it. I'm the worst. And she's always like, no, you can do it. You can do it. Some days I'm like, oh, can't you just say I can't do anything? But from day one, she's always believed in me. And that's something that I'm so grateful for. And I'm going to miss her when I leave sixth form.
Miss Blake, that's your legacy there. That's the power of someone believing in you. Please thank Laila Mafemba. What a woman.
Thank you.